Thunder 106.3, 106.5, Real Good Man. It's Tim McGraw, Tim, and Kenny. Cannot wait for their big show coming to MetLife Stadium August 11th. We had 55,000 last year for Kenny's tour. So let's see if we can top it, if it's possible. I mean, it sold out last year. Here it is. It's 8:05. I'm talking about summer already. We got spring-like weather ahead. It's going to be a beautiful day today. A high going up to 66. Right now we got 41 degrees. And our special guest in our Miller Lite Studios, Andy Gibson. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning.
Oh, I thought you were going to sing to me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Got a big show going on tonight at Bar A in Lake Como with Andy. And Andy was with us before his hit song really hit the charts. If you ever wondered how a song actually makes its way to a radio station where it comes from the record company and they promote it and they say, oh, we need you to play this song. Because many times people call up and say, how come you're not playing that song? Or why aren't you playing this one? Bet you never heard this on the radio, but we got a little scoop behind the scenes of how it's actually done. And David Shaw, my good friend David Shaw, is here to talk about it a little bit, and he's anxious to go in a couple of minutes. You ready to go in about 2 minutes?
Oh, I'm ready, Marty.
All right, he's ready to go. He's going to give us a little scoop behind the scenes. This is so cool. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah, baby.
All right, it's 8:07. Good morning. He's coming up next on Thunder 106. Good morning from Thunder 106. Party Marty Mitchell here. It's sunshine today, going up to about 65 or so. It's going to be a beautiful day. Right now we got 40, and our special guest in the studios, or our Miller Lite Studios, getting ready for the show tonight at Bar A in Lake Como, is Andy Gibson. Andy, thank you so much for coming in nice and early this morning. It's not easy to come in early and then hang around all day and then do a show at night, but we do appreciate it.
Well, it's easy to do that with you, Marty.
Oh, you're just saying that. Come on.
You're the nicest guy, and you're just a cool person.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you read everything I wrote here.
It's small print, so make sure if I miss anything, I get it.
So the cool thing about when we have an artist here is that they promote their music. And, of course, you have Want to Make You Love Me, which we're going to get to in just a moment, which is the big hit song that's on the charts now, doing great. But where does it all come from? Where does the idea of, let's go record a song, let's promote it, let's go to the radio station, and hopefully make it a big hit? So when you did Want to Make You Love Me, did you know this would be your first single, first of all?
You know, we cut a lot of songs, and it's interesting because I went into a meeting to kind of talk about what song was going to be the first single. And in the shower, I was singing that song before I went to the meeting, and we went in, and everyone at the label was kind of thinking, you know, that song. We had a good feeling about it, and for a first song, you kind of want something that presents a picture of who you are, and not only is it a love song, but it's a song that kind of tells a story of who I am and what I think and how I feel about things in life. So it just kind of worked out, and we were all on the same wavelength. It's like a cosmic connection thing.
And it all started with you singing in the shower.
That's right. Singing in the shower.
So now you got the song, you picked it out, you're going to put on that CD, but it's a CD which is coming out late spring, early summer. Mm-hmm. And so you have the song in mind. Now it comes from the record company, your label, your record label, to present it to the radio stations. And with that, we have David Shaw. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Marty.
Good.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, my pleasure. Now, David usually listens from home, Rhode Island, Nashville, wherever you may be, at thunder106.com.
Oh, it's the great thing about the web these days. You can listen from anywhere.
And, of course, whenever he texts me, hey, Marty, give me a shout-out, and can you play Andy's song?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a smash.
Yeah, of course. Now, anytime someone from a record label calls you, they always tell you it's going to be a smash. Oh, this is the next one. This is the next big thing. And I'm telling you, trust me on this. All right, forget about the last one. This one's going to be the big one. But when you hear a song, you know that it's like, you know what? I think they have something here. Now, you presented this. You came up with it and you said, I have to go to radio stations because there's a lot of competition from other record labels to get their music played. It's not just a question of, we're going to play this, we'll play that. No, there's a lot of strategy behind the scenes before we play music on the radio. So when you were coming up with an idea of how can we get Thunder 106 to play Andy Gibson's music, because you have big superstars like Kenny Chesney and Tim McGraw and, you know, so on and so forth. So what is the thought process?
Man. I mean, you know, we're up against it, especially when you come with a brand new artist. And but when you know you have a smash hit, you have to go out there and you have to create a story. And so I figured I'd be the confectionery king.
Now, this is when you first started. You first started at your record label which is
R&J Records.
Yes, and you said, you know what? I have to make a big splash. I have to show them I'm serious about this.
Yeah, I had to figure out a unique way.
Now, Andy has no idea about this story about how you approach this about his song.
This is news to me. How am I being represented?
All right, so David Shaw, it's all yours.
What have you done, Dave?
All right, well, look, I figured, you know, the way to Marty's heart was through, you know, confectionery sugar, some kind of food that would be tasty and delicious. So, you know, I got up on a Sunday night, drove down here
from Rhode Island.
From Rhode Island, had a big fat cake with what did I have, like flags in it with the 40
flags.
reasons to play.
Want to Make You Love Me.
Yep, Want to Make You Love Me by Eddie.
Put a CD on the top of the cake.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't get the picture in there in time, so I put the CD in there. And
right.
The CD looked pretty good, didn't it?
Oh, that's right. It was the CD. Yes.
Yeah.
And I actually have pictures. I'm going to look for them and post them on our Facebook page.
Right on. So we so anyways, you got the confectionery, and you know what? Marty loved it, and he put the record in. It was that simple.
And you know what? I have to say, it wasn't because of the cake. It was the whole process of you coming from Rhode Island. You even told your wife the night before. You said, you know what, honey, listen, I have to do this. This is how much it means to me. And you drove all the way from Rhode Island to New Jersey, and you stayed overnight. You went to the bakery, and luckily the bakery was open nice and early in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you presented this cake, and I said, you know what, I have to listen to this song. So we listened to it, we said, wow. You didn't even have to bring the cake. Now I can tell you that.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, next time I'll bring cupcakes.
So there you go, David Shaw with the story behind it, and now we're playing that song, and now it's top 30, and a brand new song from a new artist, and it's always tough to make it that far when you're first starting. So you helped get Andy's foot in the door. So David, I thank you for bringing Andy to our attention.
Thank you, Marty. I appreciate all your support, man.
Now,
thank you.
Now this is like watching your child grow up. Now you have Andy Gibson with a song called "Want to Make You Love Me," which was unheard of until you brought it here. Now, Andy, a little story behind "Want to Make You Love Me."
Well, you know, "Want to Make You Love Me" is one of the only songs I didn't write on the record. And being a songwriter mostly in Nashville for the last 5 years, it's interesting to think, well, why didn't he put out a song that he wrote himself? But when you work and live in Nashville, there's so many talented songwriters. And I heard this song, and it felt like something that I would have written, or I wished I would have written, especially when I looked on the CD and saw that a couple of my friends wrote it. I had to have some words with them, ask them why they didn't wait for me to write it. But honestly, I don't really care who writes a song as long as it's the right song. And when I heard this, it just felt like the perfect song for me. So they let me have it, and I took it and made it mine. So there it is.
All right, Andy Gibson, "Want to Make You Love Me," and David, being a true promotional person as you are, you said, can you play the recorded version? I want them to get the real feel for it.
Yeah, we want the real feel. We want the fully produced version. Come on, man.
And I'm telling you, he sounds great acoustic, and you're going to be hearing Andy tonight at Bar A, Lake Como, but here's the full version to it, recorded that David presented to me from that cake that very day, going back to, I think it was last spring.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
All right.
Still got frosting on it.
It takes a while to bake a hit.
While you're on the radio, do you want to do a shout out?
Oh, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to say hey to all my folks up in Rhode Island and down in Nashville.
All right, y'all.
Y'all, check out Thunder 106.
There you go.
Party Marty.
Andy Gibson, "Want to Make You Love Me," his first big hit. Proud to play it here, one of the first stations in the country on Rockin' Country, Thunder 106.